A 16-year-old girl is facing child pornography charges for making a sex video of herself. So this is a story out of reason.com. It says free minds and free markets. So here the subtitle reads, a finding of guilt would be an attack on the autonomy and self-ownership of all young people. When I first saw this article, I was kind of, okay, it's another dumb kid who's doing stupid stuff. And, we've all been there when we were younger, whether we went this far or not. So the girl basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. She sends a video that she shouldn't have sent. I'm not going to talk about what's in the video. It's a video that shouldn't be sent. So the interesting thing here is I think that the author makes actually a good case here for why the student shouldn't get in trouble. When you're young, you make a lot of stupid mistakes, and kids do a lot of stupid things. He says, that the teens shouldn't send these kinds of videos to each other because they are bound to get out, cause embarrassment, and raise legal issues. Is something that this person's parents, teachers, and school administrators could have impressed upon her without the heavy-handed involvement of the police and the courts. Yeah, you could have done that, yes. Should the police have gotten involved? I think it kind of points out that this issue is serious, acts as a deterrent to other children. That's really a big part of why we have laws, is that they act as deterrents for others when others are punished by them. So, I think you could have brought the police in. It's not necessary. There would have been, benefits in each case, but could have been handled away from the police. Sure. We don't know all the context. We don't know if this is the first time it's happened, if it's the first time she's been talked to about it. We just know that this happened. So, I'm not going to try to I'm going to assume that this is the first time it's happened. It's the only time that it's happened, so on and so forth. It says, it goes on to say, it is draconian to charge a 16-year-old girl with trafficking in this kind of action because she willingly filmed herself doing things. So upholding this conviction would set a disturbing precedent. Yeah, it would set a precedent of, kids doing certain things and getting arrested for them. Now it's tough, right? You want your kids to not do these things, but when you imagine that this was your kid, do you want your kid to be charged to get into a center for something like this? For me, no. I would talk to my child. I would say, don't, X, Y, and Z. And if it happened, as a parent, I couldn't say that this is something that should happen. At the same time, it is a good deterrent for other children. So, I agree with the author in some of these regards. It really is up in the air. But the real issue that I wanted to talk about here with this case has to do with the subject title, actually, of the video, of the article. It actually isn't even the content of the article, because the subtitle reads, a finding of guilt would be an attack on the autonomy and self-ownership of all young people. Now that immediately struck me as a weird statement to make, because it's saying that, holding kids accountable for distributing, underage films of a certain type would be an attack on their freedom of choice and their ownership over their own bodies. Well, no. Actually, the reason that we have these laws are to protect kids. They're to protect the kids, and they're to not promote or encourage this kind of activity. So this has nothing to do with the autonomy and self-ownership of the children. That's like saying that arresting someone for murder is an attack on the autonomy and an attack on their own autonomy and their self-ownership, their ability to make their own decisions and to act them out. What? you're saying that I should not charge like that to me is a little scary. I cannot, in good faith agree with something like this. Is like what? So that immediately caught my eye. We should be holding people accountable for the actions that they take. When you're young, it's like, yes, you want the system to work, and you want the parents to be able to be there as the first guard and to be able to handle the case and for things to get better. Yes, we need that. But sometimes the parents aren't there, or the parents don't have the influence over the child that they would have needed for something not to happen. And in that case, we do need the state to step in. And the times when we need the state, and the times when the parents can do it, that kind of gets blurry, it kind of gets lost. And that's just a part of life where you just can't account for every, things just aren't always going to go your way. And so sometimes you do need, the police to step in. Sometimes you do need these things to happen because we have to point out to society, to the peers, to the child, so that they stop doing this kind of thing. I mean, it's illegal, and it's illegal for a reason. But we should not be telling children, young children, that it is okay to do this kind of stuff, which it seems like, this author, Robbie Soav, is kind of pushing. It's dangerous. I think it encourages, really, this kind of statement. It encourages pedophilia. I mean, that's what it does. It's saying that, listen, if you're young and you want to send these photos, it's fine. It's not. It's absolutely not fine. It's not. And, I do agree with you that the parents can be an intervention, the teachers. I think that that's definitely way more helpful. If it gets to the cops, to the criminal justice system, that's unfortunate. But as a last resort, to kind of be a deterrent for the rest of society and to try to help a woman, set her life straight, it's good. Those videos shouldn't have gone out there. I get the issues with it, but I can't agree with this statement that that we should just let these kids do whatever they want to, because that's really what it sounds like you're saying here. Just by this one statement, so I don't know. This is like, I would not do this. I would not encourage it. Don't say it. Don't say a finding of guilt would be an attack on the autonomy and self-ownership of all young people. That's completely different from what you're stating in the article. So yeah, I mean, listen, don't do it. If you're a young kid, this isn't the way. So if you guys like this video, that's all I have. If you guys like this video, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Leave me a comment knowing what you think about this article. Do you think differently? What's your real take on it? And what do you guys think I could improve? If you guys think I could be better, maybe you guys want to, hear more about certain kinds of articles. Maybe you want me to cover more politics, for example. Kind of give me some feedback. Let me know what you think about the format. Am I communicating clearly to you? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Do you think I could do a better job at something? Let me know all that stuff. Any kind of engagement helps YouTube as well. With ranking us, if we get more engagement, it tells YouTube, hey, this is a popular channel. Let's share it or not. I mean, you guys don't have to do any of that stuff. It's absolutely fine just watching the video. But if you want to, you could share it as well. Sharing is a big help because it spreads it even faster. It tells YouTube, wow, this is a good video. So yeah, if you guys like the video, be sure to do all that stuff. If you don't have to do anything. Thanks just for being here and watching. But I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all I have for today. Peace.